There were. This is what was Larry actually doing during the rehearsals. There were two phrases that he liked to use every 10, 15, 20 minutes. Probably set cell phone reminders. One was, "Stay in character." Brilliant, Larry. Real world-class artist we got here. I only once saw him actually try to develop a character. It was a solo piece, a monologue, without accompaniment, a voicemail, I believe, an in-between filler, something I should not have had to see once until the very end of rehearsals. The money your school is wasting by having me there while they work on it. Nobody gives a damn about the development of the character in this little monologue piece, Maybe he does. Maybe he really does. Okay, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He said, "Now do it cute. Now do it sexy. Now do it like this character. Now do it like that character." We get it, Larry. Acting 101. Say the same thing, but like different characters. Again, freaking brilliant. Assuming that this is anything but pure pretentiousness and a complete waste of her time, which is not a good assumption, it was definitely a waste of everyone else's time. He could have taken her to another room to work on this while the rest of us got work done. This happens all the time. If there is something a director wants to work on with one character during her monologue, they separate from the rest of the rehearsal so the rest of the people can continue to get work done. But you know what? He doesn't give a damn if your students learn the music. This happened, gentlemen, during Robert's only rehearsal. Larry Goldstein is an actor. Your students are his audience. This was the best performance of a director I ever saw from Larry. It's the most I ever saw him say. It was obvious at this point that Robert was not going to do the show, so instead of allowing us to go to the music room for a rehearsal so I can help Robert with the music so that he could have done the show, and from what I saw of his playing, I have no doubt that he could have. But no. This was Larry's only opportunity to perform for him. He doesn't get it. Robert's not there to admire him. He's there to learn the music. He's there to meet with me so I can help him with the music, which I know how to do. He thinks Robert is there to admire him, to say, "Wow, Larry's so deep and cool and intellectual and artistic. When I grow up, I want to be like Larry." He literally doesn't get it that we have work to do. In his email, I guess we're not done with the emails. We're done reading through them. We've just got to go back and revisit here and there. In his email that ends, "If you can't do the job, please let me know," he requires me to either give free private lessons to Robert or, quote, if I don't have time for him, which I had just offered to make time for him without charging anything, quote, "have him come to the rehearsal and learn the part there." Now, tell me, how can Robert learn his music when Larry is requiring him to stand there and watch him say, "Now do it cute. Now do it sexy. Now do it like this character. Now do it like that character." Am I overinterpreting? Here's another example. Larry is now acting not just as a musical director, And when I say acting, I do mean it in both senses of the word. Pretending and performing the duties of the musical director. He is acting as an arranger. He was reharmonizing the music. No kidding. No attention given to the harmonies before. Now he was telling me to have the sopranos sing the guy's part while I took the melody down an octave and had the guys sing their part. Why? Because he had no idea what to do. This isn't his field. So he had to act. He had to pretend that he knew that he was doing something. And the thing about it is, to the average onlooker, it might have been convincing. Only an actual expert can usually spot a phony know-it-all expert in a fraud, by the way, is another word for that. In movies, it drives me crazy to watch a piano player playing different music than what I'm hearing. I see the hands moving. I hear, they're not, nope, sorry, it's really bugging me. A student of mine is a radiologist. He hates seeing doctors in movies holding x-rays wrong. But who else is going to know? No one else is thinking that. Looks good to me, right? I'm not a radiologist. Anyone but a pianist will be convinced by the acting of the pianist in the movie. If you don't know, if you're not a radiologist, you're not going to know that the doctor's not looking at the x-ray, right? And all of your students, and very likely if you had popped in too, you, Mr. Perkinson, might very well have thought, wow, Larry's even a musician. So cool, so talented. Of course, my jaw was almost to the floor. He then said that the notes were too low for the guys, even though they were still in the treble clef. We ended up dropping it, getting nothing done. Just a little performance for Larry the actor.